Hola amigos y amigas, I'm Leila, also known as Miss Bohemia, and I'm ready to continue my wash day because I have been doing a whole hell of a lot and I am ready for my leave-in. Dude, of course I'm coming to you with Soultanicals with the Curly Grail Styling Cocktail Amazonian Hair Jam. They describe it as a buttercream leave-in cocktail styler all in one. But then they also say in the instructions that if you're gonna do a wash and go, which is what I do, that they recommended to do this under your gel or custard. So to me, that would make it sound that it's more of a leave-in or cream. And I do the LOC method, which is that I go in with a leave-in, followed by an oil, followed by a cream, and then I do a styler. I've been on the fence. Do I do this as a leave-in? Do I do this as a cream? So I'm gonna get my hair wet, feel the texture, and then decide if I'm gonna use it as a leave-in or a cream. But I'm not gonna be using it as a one and done. I don't do that. And they also say if you're doing a wash and go, do it before your styler. So you are gonna need a styler from my understanding of it. So let me get my hair wet in section. Okay, so I'm coming at you guys how I do it when I'm alone, which is pretty much wearing this bathrobe so that I don't get all my clothes under it wet. And when my hair was shorter in videos, I would just wet it and then apply the leave-in all over as one. But I don't do that anymore, so I'm just gonna do it as I do it normally. Oh my god, the scent is amazing. It's the most incredible fruity cocktail for sure. Aquatic plant ingredients. Dude, if aquatic plants smell like this, I want to lick it. It smells so good. Has like berry-ish vibes. It is really yummy. Let me just touch it. It does feel creamy, but at the same time, do I want to do it as a leave-in? On my very wet hair, it's not overpowering, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it as a leave-in. My hair is very thirsty, and so I just like to make sure it's properly moisturized. Now it feels a little heavy. I don't know. I'll know for sure once it's dry and how it's feeling, but a little seems to go a long way. I kind of underestimated it. The slip is incredible. The scent is amazing. Like, this is a scent that I would not mind having linger on my hair. Am I getting too much? I don't think so. And you know what? If I get too much on the first application on wash day, then I just have to be mindful on my refresh days, because I always go back every day and refresh my hair and wet it and reapply. But then I just have to gauge and see, how does the hair feel? Do I need to go in heavy-handed or am I good? And in most of my videos, I used to come back at the end of whatever my wash cycle was, whether it's 3 days, whether it's 4, 7, however long I decide to go between washes, and then say, hey, well, this is how it felt and it kept up, or I did this wrong, or I did that, or no. I don't really feel the need anymore, because a lot of it is, know your hair. Sometimes it feels heavy, sometimes it doesn't. So what I'm gonna try to do is like, listen, if I have an issue, I'll come back. But if there are no issues, then take it to me that I was able to tailor it to whatever my regimen is and make it work. From what I can feel right now, it feels amazing. Very hydrating. I love the slip. Very conditioning in the sense that it's a great detangler. Look at that sound. So I have good moisture and moisture retention. And so the rest I'll know once I dry the hair. I feel like you can use it as a leave-in if you like your leave-in to be a little creamier, a little thicker than your normal leave-in. If you don't want it to be too heavy and you do use the LOC method, then maybe this would be good for your cream. And if you do well with just something that's not very super holdy and more like cream or leave-in like as a one and done, maybe this will work for you. I know that some curls, especially if you're a tighter curl with a stronger structure to it, and might not need to rely so much on stylers, then it might work for you that way. But I think from what I can feel that it would be great as either a leave-in or a cream, and that really depends on how thick you like your leave-ins or creams. And so for me, I like it as a leave-in for sure. Feels really good. So I'm gonna finish applying and then I'm gonna go ahead and dry, and I'll be back to share the verdict out of my bathrobe. Looking way better, I hope. Before I jump in, I think this is video number 100 for Soultanicals. I don't know, I have been a mess and unorganized, jumping right into filming, and I know that I was only 5 videos away, and I believe this is number 100, which is actually a fitting moment because the Curly Grail is one of Soultanicals' newest products, and it's a product that's multifaceted because you can use it as either a cream, a leave-in, a styler, depending on what your use for it is. And so I opted to use it as a cream, and as you can see, I am amazed by the results. But let me turn around and show you. I can do this now. My hair is not broken anymore. Now let's go the other way. I always regret acting like this when I'm editing. Anyway, it is what it is. But man, it feels so good. My decision to use it as a leave-in worked out. And if I feel at any point that it's too heavy, you know, I just wing it on my refresh days. I get the hair wet, I add a leave-in. It's like, do I really need a cream after my oil before my styler, or do I just jump in and do a leave-in and then add the styler? Do I even need a styler? I mean, I just play it by ear. And sometimes I just do the leave-in, nothing else, and I diffuse. And honestly, this is kind of like such a multifaceted product, and if my hair should feel heavier than it normally does during my refresh days, then I would just go in with a little bit of this, diffuse. So play around with it, see how it works for you. I'm always heavy-handed on the wash days that I film, because I always think, oh, nothing's gonna work, and my curls are not gonna kick in, and my hair's not gonna respond, and I'm always off the mark, because why would my hair all of a sudden stop being curly? It's just nuts. So I go in with too much product and I can feel it, but the way I should counteract that is just by not overdoing it on my refresh days, and I should be fine. The smell of this, the scent is divine, delicious, incredible, intoxicatingly fruity, very delicious. If they made a smoothie of this, I would be gulping it down. Cherrylicious too. It has like that richness. There's a sweet richness that feels like home when it comes to cherry juice, smoothies, Slurpees, that kind of vibe. I love it. Anyway, I always go on tangents with the scents, especially from Soultanicals. So I'm gonna zip it right here. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to stay tuned for more. And I hope to see you in my next one. Ciao for now.